on our next video and the introduction to statistics. We're now going to talk about the functions of variables. Okay, their functions. Again, my source is a handout created by Dr. Sweet Rose Linares. So first up, we need to talk about the variables in this point of view that we're going to talk in this video. We're going to talk about the variables as in their functions. We're not going to talk about their intrinsic property, okay, the property that they have. This functions depends on the role of such variables in a study. So in a given research, what is the roles of those variables in a particular study? So it's not an intrinsic property, it is their function in that study. Okay, so this function, this topic on functions of variables is very much important when we talk about or when we investigate about the cause and effect. Okay, when we investigate about cause and effect. So we have two distinctions for the functions of variables. I think this is very familiar to all of you guys. We have independent variable and dependent variable. And let's talk about them one by one. First up, we're going to talk about the independent variable. Okay, so an independent variable is sometimes called an experimental or predictor variable. Okay, this variable is the one being manipulated in an experiment from the word itself independent. Okay, in order to observe the effect, okay, the effect this has on a dependent variable. Okay, whatever the effect of this in a dependent variable. This is the variable that the researcher or the nature, okay, whatever it is that your study manipulates. Okay, this is a treatment. This can be in a form of a treatment, a program, or a cause. Okay, so this is what you call an independent variable. So this is what you do with the variable. This is what you activate or you program on the variable. This is what you apply on the variable, or rather a variable that you apply it with, whatever it is. The thing is, the closest word that you can think of when you think of the independent variable is that it's the one being manipulated. Okay, the one being manipulated. In contrary with the dependent variable, so the dependent variable is also sometimes called the outcome variable. Okay, it's the variable that is dependent on whatever you did on the independent variable. Okay, it's very much um, dependent on that. That's from the word itself, um, dependent variable. Okay, it is what is affected by the independent variable. It can be the effects of what you did in the independent variable. It may be the outcomes that you whatever you did in the independent variable, right? So to give you an example of independent and dependent variable, let's try to consider this problem or this study. Say we have the effects of a new educational program on student achievement. Say, for example, we have this. So there's a new educational program. Say we have um, briefly. Let's try to say the K to 12 program. Okay, only that let's think of that. What is the effect of the K to 12 program on the student achievement of how the student is doing well in school? So what do you think is the independent variable here? The one being manipulated, the treatment, or the cause? Okay, so the independent variable is the program itself because it's the program. For example, in our case that we are thinking, say the K to 12 program, it's the one that we are, okay, the administrators are doing, the teachers are trying to do or trying to apply. Okay, it's a treatment, it's a program. Okay, so it's the program which is the independent variable. Okay, how about the dependent variable? Okay, so after the program is being changed, in short, being manipulated, the effects of that program can be seen in the student's achievement. Or here in the dependent variable, we put that in a very clear way, measures of achievement of the student. Okay, so independent program, the one you manipulate, it's the rather independent variable rather. This is the one you manipulate, is the it's the program, and the one which has affected by it is the student achievement or the measures of achievement. Okay, so again, just take note, a variable may function as an independent variable in one study. It may be a dependent variable in another. So it depends mainly or solely on your study or your problem. Okay? So yeah, that's it for this video. Functions of variables. Again, let's wrap it up. We have two types as when it comes to functions. As far as functions are concerned, functions of variables, we have independent and dependent. When you say dependent, it's the one being rather when you say independent, it's the one being manipulated, being used, being treated. Okay, and the dependent variable is the one which is affected by the treatment we did in the independent variable. Okay, so that's it for this video. Thank you very much for watching. I hope you learned something today, and yeah, see you in the next. Okay, thank you.